Alright, hello there folks, this is Mike Martin from MMSN. I am going to try a new video on 4th Street Baseball, which I have started playing here recently and really am enjoying it. Not sure where to put this window, but maybe we'll put it here so you can see everything and I can keep score here. But very good game. Takes a little bit of time to get used to, but I feel that it is really, it's immersive. It gets you into the game a little bit. So hopefully you can see the numbers. I will try as I go explaining it a little bit, but if you need a really good explanation, Tony Porter at C&D Games on YouTube is very good with this. He's got tons of videos. Brian Aldrich has videos. I think there's some other people that have had it, but there's not a whole ton of gameplay. So let's see a little bit of things off the top. I am using the app at Lewis Research. To me, it makes it a lot easier. What you're seeing here is the count per the ERA of the pitcher. That sometimes will come into effect. And then whether it is a fastball or breaking ball, and I'll kind of go into that a little bit. But the roles are all here. I'll try to explain as best I can, but again, go to C&D Baseball and Brian Aldrich if you need in-depth, but we're going to give it a try. So we are here, and we'll get pause while the dogs are barking. Okay, so here we are again after the pause for the dogs. Wanted to show you, and this is not going to show real well at this window, but this is the field. When we get to it, I'll show it a little more closely. But we are playing in Cleveland today, 2017. Each season comes with a ballpark, and there's different ranges. This range here is with the two D10s showing where the ball is hit, and then if you look on the side here, it shows the depth. And different players, power hitters, they add to that 20-sided die to get it to go deeper. Spray hitters, it might go a little bit lower, but we'll show that when it comes, if it comes to pass. Oops, there goes the camera. Alright, so anyway, we are the Indians and the White Sox. Josh Tomlin pitching for the Indians. He is 0-1, 7.20 ERA. This is his 7th start. Tim Anderson is going to be leading off for the White Sox. See if I can get that as much as I can. So the top card is a defensive card. We'll go into that when we need to. Then Josh Tomlin's pitching card and the batter's card. So, first batter, Tim Anderson. So what we're going to do first is we're going to flip this. We're going to look at the matchup, the two D10s. 34. So if you look down here, Tim Anderson is a righty. First thing we're going to look at is the matchup column. 34 is between the 31 and the 36. So we're going to go to the left fielder. Left fielder is covered up today by the camera. That is Michael Brantley. So if you can see up here, I'm not sure how good you can see, but he is a 4 rating. So what we're going to do is we're going to take Tim Anderson against a right-hander, the outfield at 14, minus the 4 is 10. So now what I look at, there are some calculations, I'll go over that. So the 14 minus the 4 is 10. So and then we're going to look at the D20, it's an 18. So what happens there is we look at the count, and this is all I've been to yet. There's other things involved, got guessing pitches and whatnot. I'm not into that quite yet. Also, there's weather effects that I haven't started yet. But anyway, so the 14 minus 4 is 10. Then we get the difference in the count, which is to the pitcher's side of a 1. So minus 1. So that 10 minus 1 is a 9. So if this dice roll was 9 or below, the batter would win, and you would go to the batter's column. Since it is above, it is an 18, so we're going to go to Michael Brantley's column and go to the 9, which is a 97. And if you look at the result deck, or the result sheets that come with the game, 97 is a medium deep fly. So that's easy. I have made it a little easier on a sheet just to get through it. There is a one-page sheet of results, which is really easy. And then they also offer probably, I think, like a 4 or 5 page spelled out to the T of what you need to do. So Tim Anderson flies to left field to open the ball game. So 1 down. Oop, no, I think I went too far. I already hit that. So Melky Cabrera will come up next. He, so far in 7 games, is 296 with no home runs, and I just... So that was a fly ball to left. Okay, here we go. Melky Cabrera. So we're going to roll again. 93, and we're going to get to see the ballpark right away. So, let's see if I can get this in screen. So we are playing at Progressive Field. Wish I could get that. Well, maybe I can get it a little bit further out. Let's see if I can move the camera. There we go. Maybe a little bit further. All right, so I'm going to roll the dice again. A 4, so that's just going to be in the infield. So you see right here, hopefully that shows up. The 2 to 4 column is right there where all the X's are. Those are the positions of the infielders. Let's see, Melky Cabrera against a righty does not have any pull or going to the right. He's a left-hander, so it would be the other way. But anyway, so that is the 4 is the. Oh, actually, I am sorry, that is wrong. So the 4 is the depth, or the part of the field that he's going to. So you see the A, 0 to 5. Now, the pull rating does not take effect unless you're above 11. So that's next. So he's going down the line, and it is going to be an automatic single, because you need, from where the X's are, you need either one to the side or one up and down, and to check the defensive rating to see if they get it. So he goes down the line, and let's see, I think a runner, you have to be a 12 or above to make it into a double. He is an 8. So 8 runner right here. So he only singles. So Cabrera singles. Cabrera is a -3 hold, and Yan Gomes is a -5. So he is not going to be many stolen bases against the Indians. All right, so Cabrera singles. Now we've got Tomlin against Abreu. So again, we hit the flip, and it's an 86. So the 86, if you look on the card here against a right-hander, is between the right fielders and the versus pitching. So what we're going to go is to the pitchers. He's pitching to the batter himself. This is where a lot of the strikeouts, walks, stuff like that. So anyway, Abreu against a right-handed pitcher is a 14. 14, and then we're going to check against a right-hander. The value to subtract is both is a 2. So what we're going to do, and what I figure a little bit of a speed trick here, subtract those out to 12. So the winner of the matchup is a 15. So we've got a 12. In my way so far of playing, you could only get to 15 from a 12 for the batter if the count is 3-0. It is not. So the pitcher has control, and now we need to check to see if it's a fastball or breaking ball. Tomlin, both of his pitches are even, 2 and 2, so that's where this column here comes in. So if the difference is +1, which it would be fastball 1 higher than the breaking ball, or if it's -1, 2 -1, which is if the breaking pitch was higher than the fastball, then it would be in this column. So he is even, so that is this column. Yes, either. And that is a breaking ball. So now we know that he threw a breaking ball to Abreu. Now we look at the result. A 10 is a 43, which you come to know 43 is a strikeout, 44 is a walk. So that is a strikeout. So that'll be 2 down with a man on first. And we'll go to Cody Ash. Cody Ash so far 2-11 in 5 games. Let's move that over and up a little bit. So here's the next flip. 96, we're going to the ballpark again. So Cody Ash, and another thing that adjusts the distance of the swing is the power rating. So against a righty, he has a +0. Against a righty or lefty, he has a -5. So if it's in range 11 or higher, you add those in. Now for him, he has a pull rating of -1. So where that comes into effect is, and we'll get this back up again, is where on the field that it is hit. So a -1, he actually, he's a left-handed hitter, so he actually doesn't pull. He actually goes the other way a little bit more, slightly. So let's roll him again. So 46 this time is out, and everybody on the way I'm playing, infield and outfield pulls the same way. So 46 is in the H column right here, but it's a -1, so he's going to the G column. So that's the lane that it's hit. Now the 20-siders are 2. So he's in the G, he's in the 2. So it's 1 away from Lindor at short. So now what we have to do is, and I don't think he's going to get it, we'd go to Lindor's column up here. Lindor's defense is a 7. So the D6 column has to be a 7 or better. 7 or better for Lindor to get to it. He does not, since it's an 11. So it goes through, and it is a single, and it's what these are line drives. So that's why only one block. So the single, it's automatically 2 bases. So Cody Ash gets a single, and it goes first and third now for Abisail Garcia. So Garcia comes up, and he will try to get the run in. As far as pitcher endurance, there is a pitch column here you can use. The endurance column is the number of batters. If you've seen any of my other videos, I really like to use the replay. It's pretty close. I use the replay endurance system, which is the green circle here. So pretty close to that, so I'm just going to use that. So we're going to go and flip. 91. So again, against a righty, it's between the right fielder and the pitcher, so you use the one lower. The numbers are the highest extent of that person's matchup. So we're going to go against the pitcher. So Garcia is a righty. Again, is a 2. So the 6 here, or actually, sorry about that. Garcia against the pitcher is a 13. So 13 minus 2 is 11. So the way I started figuring this out, 11, the roll is a 6. For what I'm playing right now, there's no way for the number of, so the 13 minus 2 is 11. There's no way for the batter to get up to 11. So there's no way for the pitcher to be able to get to 11, because the highest he could go is -2 for the count. And there is no count, so he's even. So we're going to go to the batter. Alright, so the batter has won the matchup because the adjustments cannot get up to the 9 for the... Yeah, let me explain this again because I think I mixed it up. Alright, the winner is a 6. It was a 13 minus a 2, which is 11. There's no adjustment because of the count. So that's 11. So there's no way that the pitcher can get that roll could be underneath that value. So we're going to go to the batter's column. Against a right-handed pitcher in the pitching column is a 6. The 6 is a 56. That is a ground ball, slow ground ball, runner's advance, but there's 2 out. So let me get this thing out of the way. So it was a slow ground ball to the shortstop, and he is going to go to the first baseman to retire the side. So I'll try to speed things up because that took 14 minutes just to get through that top of the inning. But we will speed it up a little bit here. So the first batter for the Indians is Carlos Santana. I'm going to try to move these down just a little bit so they're all in the shot here. All right, so Carlos Santana, 242 so far in 8 games. So in 18, so the 18, Carlos is a switch hitter. Gonzalez is a right-hand pitcher. So Santana will be batting from the left side. So the matchup is an 18. So we're going to go to the second baseman, which is Sanchez. So if we look at his defensive column, it is a 6. So, and then we go to the infield column of Santana, which is a 15. So 15 minus 6 is 9. There's no way for them to go as high as 19. So it is won by the fielder this time. Sanchez, with the roll of 7, is a 64, which is a ground ball to the second baseman. So the second number pretty much shows the position, and it's always going to be, if you go to the defensive chart, it's going to be that position that the person plays. So that is a ground out to the second baseman, and we are going to go to Francisco Lindor. He is at 292 with a home run. So the roll is 26 against a lefty, another switch hitter. 26 is the shortstop. So that is Anderson. He is a 4. So we go to the infield part of Lindor. 15 minus 4 is 11. Again, the die roll of 5, you can't get down to that. So we go off of Lindor's card this time because he won. If it's lower than the value, the adjusted value, then the batter wins. So if he gets a 10 on the result, that is an 80. So what you do there is you add, if there's a 0 at the end, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, you add the position to it. So the 50 becomes a 56, which that is a slow ground out to the shortstop. So the next batter is Michael Brantley. So Michael Brantley comes up. He is a left-hander against the right-hander. And flip is a 90. So that is going to be against a lefty versus pitcher. So we go to the pitching column. Brantley against the right-handed pitcher is a 17. And the pitchers he's got 3. So that's a 14. So now we're getting a little closer. The range is a 13. So without changing anything, the pitcher would win. But now we've got to calculate in the count. It's even. So the 14 is won by the pitcher. So we're going to go to the pitcher's column. Now is where we look at the pitch. So it was even in the count, so fastball. So here's where ahead, even, behind in the count. So Gonzalez throws him a fastball, and now we're going to look at the column under the pitching column with the result of 6. So the 6 is a 43, and again, 43 is a strikeout. So, oh shoot, okay, wait a minute. Something happened there, let's see. Okay, now the last out of the inning, I must have hit a button. So Brantley strikes out. So that is the end of the inning for the Indians. Now we are going to go over here to the Matt Davidson. In 5 games, this is his 6th game, he is batting 182 with a home run. So now we're going to flip. 72 on Tomlin's card against a righty is, let's see, 72 is against the pitcher. So pitcher against a righty. Okay, so 4 of the dogs rudely interrupted. Let's see here. Okay, so anyway, so the 72 was against the pitcher. So against a righty, Tomlin is a 2, and Matt Davidson is a 20 against a right-handed pitcher. So 20 minus the 2 is 18. The winner is the batter by far, so you don't have to check anything else. So he wins, and he goes off the pitcher's column, number 2. 44 is another big number. That is a walk. So Davidson walks. And now the next batter is Yolmer Sanchez. Yolmer Sanchez. It's a switch hitter, so he'll be batting from the left-hand side. 18 against a lefty is the third baseman. Third baseman today is, I think it is Yandy Diaz. So Yandy Diaz is a 5. Sanchez in the infield is a 16, so that is 11. So we have, it's a little bit off 14 to the pitcher's side, or to the infielder's side. So we check the count, it is 2 and 2, so nothing is being added, so the infielder wins this one. So Yandy Diaz, and his on the result is 10. 10 is a 55, which is a slow ground out, runner's advance. So he hits a slow ground ball, 1 out. And now we are going to Omar Narvaez. So Narvaez, man on second base, 1 out. 29. So 29 against a lefty is the shortstop. Lindor is a 7. Alright, so anyway, here 29 was to shortstop. And that is, so against a right-handed pitcher, 16 minus 7 for Lindor is 9. So it is way above anything we have to worry about adjustments. So 17 on the shortstop, a 6. So Lindor, if you go over to the 6 column, it is a 66. That is a hard ground out. So 6-3. The rule says runner's advance, but I'm not. If there was a man on first, I would say that. We are going to a hard ground out to the shortstop. He is not going to move. So 6-3, he holds. So 2 down, man on second for Leury Garcia. Get those all in. Alright, so the flip is 49 against a Alright, so 49 against a left-hander is the last one on the right fielders. So Almonte is a 4, hitting to the outfield against a right-handed pitcher. Garcia is a 15. So 15 minus 4 is 11. There's no way for that to get low enough that the batter would not win. So Garcia wins. It is a 6 going to the outfield, and that is a 20. You add the 9, so he hits a double to right field and drives in the run. So a double. You can stretch into triples, but I have not gotten that far yet. So I'm not going to do that. You would do the running minus the arm, but I'm not going to do that right now. So we get up to the top of the order. Tim Anderson. So Tim Anderson to bat. 1-0 White Sox. 96, we're going to the ballpark. Alright, so we will get this a little bit higher here so you can see. Hopefully the glare is not too bad. And he hits it to 58, which is the letter I there. I'll come in on that in a minute. And he has a -1 pull rating. So 58, hopefully you can see it here, is the I. So we're going to go -1, we're going to go to the H. And he has no power rating against a righty, so he doesn't adjust anything there. The 14, this is a good one. So 14 is right there. As if you go around, it was H, and 14 is short of it, but it's far enough out that it's going to be a double. So if it is, well, let me see here now. There's a rule here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is deeper. If it's deeper than 5, you have a chance at a triple. So Anderson is going to try to stretch that into a triple. He's driven in 1 run already. So his run rating is a 15. Get that back over here. So his run rating is a 15. So that would have been like the center fielder. Chisenhall's arm is a 0. So on this column here, or this number here, if it's a 15 or below, he takes third on a triple and he gets it. So the White Sox roughing up Tomlin again. So it is man on third. Man on third, 2 outs for Melky Cabrera. There we go. There we go. All right, so Melky Cabrera comes up against Tomlin. Flip for the matchup, and it is again a ballpark. So Cabrera does not adjust the power, or does he pull or the other way? Having a lack of terms here. 19. So 19 on over here. So he is hitting to the C column, where both fielders are. So let's see where he hits it to. 17. Oh my gosh, he hit it out the opposite field. So Tomlin, as he usually does, is getting roughed up by the White Sox here. So a 2-run shot for Melky Cabrera makes it 4-0 Indian, or 4-0 White Sox. And now Jose Abreu is up. Get these better here. Okay, there we go. So Abreu comes up. Numbers probably are not that easy to read. They're a little bit small, but anyway. So 4-0, top of the second. 82 is against the pitcher. So we're going to look at Abreu's pitching column against the right. 14. It's 2. So that's 12. The winner, there's no way to get down to that, so we don't need to worry about any of the adjustments. So now we're going to go off the batter's card. Result number 7 again, since the pitching is a 56, which is a ground out to shortstop. So the Indians get out of the inning, but Chicago comes back with 4 runs on a couple home runs. I think a home run, a triple. So lots of action going on there. And the batter is, let's see here, I gotta get closer in, and Edwin Encarnacion. So let's see if I can get all of this into the shot here. All right, so Encarnacion, pull back just a little. All right, so Encarnacion leads off the bottom of the second. 88 is against the pitcher. So Gonzalez against a right-hander. Both pitchers are 3. Encarnacion's pitching column is a 17, so that's a 14. And again, the pitcher cannot get to this, so the batter is going to win it, and it is an 8, and it's a 43. So it's a strikeout. So even if the batter wins sometimes, it does not mean positive for the batter. So the next batter is Jose Ramirez. Jose is batting .323 with a home run. So here we go, 69. So 69 again is going to be against a lefty, is against the pitcher. So now we're going to go to the left-hander column. He is a 2 on both of them. Pitching against a righty is 19. So here we go. We're going to be a little closer here. So 19 minus 2 is 17. So right now the pitcher, or the batter, has won because it's lower. But an 0-1 count knocks that, so it was 19 minus 2, 17. The 0-1 is in favor of the pitcher 1, which makes it an 18. So a tie goes to the batter. So now we look down the 9 column for the pitcher, or for the batter, and it is an 87, which is a short fly out to left field. So the 7 tells you where it was hit, if it's off the pitcher's card or off the batter's card. All right, Lonnie Chisenhall. This is his first at bat, coming back from injury in 2017, from the beginning of the season. And we will go 55 against a lefty. Is it against the pitcher? Again, the pitcher is, both pitches are 2s. And his against a righty is 14, so that's 12. So we're going to be a little bit closer. So 12 is the magic number, 11. So batter wins so far. And his ERA is 4.62. We're going to look at this count as 2. So that actually kicks this number up to 13. So 13 is to the batter's benefit, and we're going to go to 7 against a lefty. 7 is a 44, which is a walk. So Chisenhall walks. Now I'm going to see here. The pitcher is a +2 hold, and the catcher Narvaez is a +3 arm. So that is adding 5 to the steal rate if he can get the jump. So I will try this just to show you how this is done. Chisenhall's jump is a 9. So nothing adjusts that. So here in the D20 column, if it's 9 or below, he gets a chance to steal. It is 8, so it is. So now we're going to take the steal, which is a 10, add the +3 for Narvaez, and the +2 for Gonzalez. So 5 plus the 10 is 15. So again, in this D20 column, if it's a 15 or below, he steals second, and he does. So it really does a good job of, oh, wait a minute, he can't, what did I do here? I hit another button. So anyway, he can steal, which I don't know if I can do because it is grayed out. Let's see here. So he steals second. All right, had to do a little extra. So that's the way you steal bases. It really does a good job. Other than I think maybe the hold should be on the jump, but that's okay. That's the way the instructions show it. So we'll go with it. So now Yandy Diaz bats 2 outs, man on second base. So we flip a new card. 87 is against the pitcher again. Diaz, 14 against a righty. 3 for Gonzalez, so that is 11. The result is a 1, so there is no adjustments to get to there. So we're going to go down Yandy Diaz's column on a 7. He walks. So he walks, and that will bring up Abraham Almonte. Switch hitter. And he is a switch hitter, so he's going to be batting from the left, first and second. 97, we're going to the outfield. So let's see, he is a +1 and a -1 power. So +1 as far as where he will hit the ball with the letters. So let's flip the new one. The matchup column there is 46. He is going to the H, but then he, don't remember already, he's a +1 as a lefty. So he pulls a little bit, so he's going to go to I. So the I, and then the depth is 12. So 12 in the I column is out of reach of everybody. It has to be one front or back or side to side. So the 12 is right here, so he gets the hit. And the hit in 11 or higher is a double. And the runners advance 3 bases because it is a line drive into the gap. So he gets a double, and that'll score all the runs. So that brings in 2 to make the score a little bit closer. 4-2 Indians, and that will bring up Yan Gomes. So that, really, I think that the fielding, or the field on this game is really well done. I really like the way that's done. Adds some excitement to everything. So Yan Gomes, 167 so far in 5 games played. 90, so 90 in the matchup against a righty is against the pitcher. So his is a 3, Gomes is a 13, so it is a 10. No way to get down low enough to change that, so no adjustments needed. We're going to go to the result 9. So that is a 66, excuse me. So that is a ground ball to the shortstop to end the inning. Most of the time, if you got 2 outs like that, or you have no outs, I've got a general, I made it myself just to generalize what happens. If you have men on base, then you have to look at it a little bit closer. So, anyway, so Josh Tomlin comes out. He's going to try to put behind that 4-run inning. So let's see what he does. 98, oh goodness, he's going to the ballpark. Ash, this is the second time for him, so he is a -1 on the pull chart. So let's see what we get here. 10. So here is the 10 column, but it's a -1. So he is going right down the line, and nobody can get to this. So -1. Wait a minute. Let me see. -1. So they did pull. So depending on the distance, they might be able to. So where the ball is hit is down the line here, and the pull rating, I also use the fielders to pull, or to move. So this left fielder will move over to this column. So he is within 1 of getting it. So what we need to look at then is whether, let's see here. So let's see. So the left fielder is Brantley. He is a 4. So we're going to roll on this chart to see if he gets it. So a 4, he does not get it. So it goes down. It is a double, and I misspoke earlier. If the player misses the ball and it is 5 or more to the fence, then they've got a chance at a triple. This one was in, let's see, let me put that down. It was in level 7, I think, or no. Yeah, it was in level 7, 7 to 9, somewhere in there. I think it was a 7. So there's only 4 to the spot, so that is only a double. Yeah, so if it goes by him, it is a double. So at least that's the way I'm going to play it, because if he misses it, it should go pretty far, and he should at least get a double. The range is usually 11 or above for a double, but down the line, he's not going to, he makes a lunge at it. So another hit for the White Sox gets them up to Garcia. All right, next batter, Garcia. So we will flip. Man on second, nobody out. He's going to try to drive him in. 28. 28 against a righty is the shortstop. Infield for Garcia, 17. 17 minus 7 for Lindor is a 10. 20 is too high, so the fielder is going to get it. Lindor, excuse me. Lindor, the result is a 10. 10 is a 36. Line drive, runner doubled off second or first. So line drive, and Ash is going to be doubled up. Alright, so he is doubled up. That's 2 down. Next batter, Matt Davidson. So Matt Davidson comes up. 18. So an 18 against a right-handed batter is the second baseman. Playing today's second baseman is Ramirez. I've written him in at the bottom here. He is a 6. 6 minus the infield is 7. 19 is too high to get to the batter, for the batter. So we go to the 4 column, and it is a 54, which is a single, or not a single, excuse me. It is a ground ball to the second baseman, so he retires it. So after a promising inning start for the White Sox, they end up with no runs. So we go over to the Indians. And the Indians will lead off with Carlos Santana. 87 is against the pitcher. He is a 17 against a right-handed pitcher. Against the 3 is 14. So here we have a close one. So 14. We look at the count. He is a 4.62. So he is this column, no count difference. So the so that was 17 minus 3, 14. So the pitcher is going to win. So now we look at the what pitch it was. And on here, he is even both pitches. So it is a breaking ball. So the breaking ball result code 8 is a 43. So the 43 is a strikeout. So Santana strikes out. And we will go to Francisco Lindor. So Lindor comes up next, batting 306 on the season, 28. So the 28 against a lefty this time, because he is a switch hitter, is the shortstop. So Anderson is a 4. Infielder, Lindor, 15 minus 4 is 11. And we go to the result code of 6. No way to get down there. So the batter wins, go to the 11 call in the infield, is an 80. So 80, add the position, 86. That is a line out to the shortstop. So Tim Anderson takes the line out and retires Lindor. So we come to Michael Brantley. So Michael Brantley up next. Move him over a little bit. So next flip. So the game goes a little bit fast if you learn the little nuances of when you have to adjust and when you don't. And if you're not doing play-by-play. So 68 versus the pitcher. So we're going to go to the pitching column against a lefty. He is a 2. Pitcher for Brantley, 17 minus 2 is 15. So the winner is a 13. So right now the batter won, but we'll take a look at the column of 0-1. That would be a -1, which would be a 14. Excuse me, wait a moment, let me get back to that. 17 minus 2 is 15. With that would be a 14. The 13 is lower than the 14, so it goes off the batter's column. So against a right-handed pitcher in the 5 column is a 64, which is a hard ground out to second. So he is out. So a 1-2-3 inning for Miguel Gonzalez. And after 3 innings, it is White Sox 4 and the Indians 2. So Tomlin, if you look at the endurance rating from replay, is a 7 more. He's got 7 more batters plus 1. So what they do is you get 7 batters, and then after that, the next hit or base hit, you are tired. So Yolmer Sanchez against Tomlin, 93, and that is going to the park. So he is +0 for Sanchez both ways, pulling and depth. So let's see what happens here. A 94, so he is going way over to the O column, which I get there is O. And now the depth is 1. So that is going to be a single, because if you go right there in the 1 column, everybody is more than 1 away from it, so it is going to be a single. So Tomlin gives up a single. That is the 7th hit for the White Sox. So let's see, a base hit for him. Again, the Indians' battery right now is a -3 and a -5 for Gomes. So it would be 8 off the stolen base range, so that would be a 1. So there's no sense in even stealing on the Indians. That was one thing during that year I remember. It's Gomes and even Perez to an extent. I think they were both 5s. Let me check on Gomes. I know Perez is a 5 because I just had a game with him. Gomes is a 5, -5. So both catchers for the Indians were really good arms, and it was kind of goofy to steal against them. But anyway, so here we go. Man on first, and the batter is Omar Narvaez. 82. So 82 is against it's a lefty, is against the pitching column. So he is only a 1. 15-14, so we are close. So the result number is the difference between the pitcher and the batter, 14. This is a 15. We're going to look at the count. He is in this column is a 1. So that is one where the adjustments mean everything because it went from the 14 to the 15, so he met it. So a 6 is a 44, which probably, and it would have, this is the difference between a strikeout and a walk. So a walk for Narvaez, so that is the one, there's the area where the adjustments do. The count does make a difference. You can add in if the batter guesses the right pitch. I haven't gotten to that yet. I don't really, I probably might get to that later on when I get a little more used to the game. But I wanted to incorporate some advanced things and not all. But I might do that later. So anyway, Leora Garcia, first and second, nobody out. So let's see, he is a 270 hitter. He's gonna hit 41 against a lefty. He's a switch hitter, center field. So against a righty, he is a 15. Center fielder is Chisenhall. And Chisenhall is rated as a right fielder on the sheet up here. Let me just make sure. Usually they stay the same. And it is. It's a 4. So he is a 4. So let's see here. So that is 15 minus 4 is 11. So 11 is way higher than the result code. So it is going to the batter's card. And a 4 in the outfield. Ooh, wait a minute. 4 is a 90. So a 98 is a medium deep fly. It says third may attempt. So the third baseman, let me see here. Can I move this just a little bit? Yes, I think I am going to just move these a little bit so I can see. The third baseman, or the outfielder, is Michael Brantley. Is that left? Or no, wait a minute. There's nobody at third. So, okay, I thought there was a man on third, but there isn't. So it says other runners hold. Okay, so anyway. So that was a fly ball to center. So that is 1 out. And we will go to Tim Anderson. Tim Anderson, 14 against a right-handed batter, is second baseman. Second baseman is Ramirez. He is a 6. So in the infield, Anderson is a 14 minus the 6 is an 8. Too high for the batter to win. So we're going to go to the 12 column on Ramirez, which is a 74. 74 is a medium ground out. Runner is on first is forced out. So it is a fielder's choice. It was Ramirez, so 4-6. So get him to first and third. Anderson is on. And Melky Cabrera will come up. I think he hit a home run the last time he was up. So anyway, here we go. First and third. See if Tomlin can scratch out of it. 23 against a switch hitter against a lefty is the shortstop. So it's a 16 minus a 7 for Lindor is a 9. It is a 9. So the 9, here we are. We are close. So a 9, and the count against Tomlin is a 1-2. So it would be move that number to in favor of the pitcher. So it was 16 minus 7 is 9. So it's a 1. So that makes it a 10. So it is even. So it is on Cabrera's card. A 3 is a single. So he singles. Let's see here. See if 2 2 outs means anything on running. I think it does. Okay, so Sanchez automatically scores. Anderson, so let's see here. Anderson is a 15 runner, and it went to, now I forget where it went. I think it might have went to right. So right field, Almonte is a +1, so that's 16. Plus 5 is a 21. So he will make it with a 2-out adjustment of 5. So, and I think that's going to be all for Josh Tomlin. He's getting racked around pretty good. So we will have a new pitcher. Let's see who is available for the Indians. That's another thing about Replay Sports doing the games on their site is you can see who's tired. Right now nobody is, other than the starting pitchers of Salazar and Carrasco. So we will go with Zach McAllister. So they're going to have to go a little bit long today. I remember Tomlin was like that here in 2017 and 2018, where he didn't last long a lot of games. Tough pitcher, tough competitor, but that was about the end of him in Cleveland. So, pitcher now is Zach McAllister coming in. So, let's see here. Let's move this down just a touch so we can get him in the game. So, Zach McAllister has the tough. So, he is 1-0 with a 0.00 ERA. Pitched in 3 games, 4 1/3 innings. That's 1 a game. So Jose Abreu will come up. All right, so Abreu comes up, and I think they switched. 23 against a righty is the third baseman. Third baseman is Yandy Diaz. He is a 5. So Abreu in the infield is 16 minus 5 is 11. The result code is 13. So the infielder has won so far. The count is he's at 2.61, so it's still even. So that doesn't adjust any. So it is to the infielder. So the infielder is Diaz, and it is a result of 10. So Diaz 10.55. That is a slow ground out, but it doesn't matter any. He got it, so it's 5-3 to end the inning. So we go to the Indians in the bottom of the 4th, and that is Edwin Encarnacion. So let's see. Miguel Gonzalez still has quite a few batters. He's only given up 1 hit, so he's doing pretty well so far. Must have had a bad game the first game because his ERA is 5.79. So 33 against a righty is the shortstop. It is a 15 minus Anderson is a 4 is an 11, so we are close. Right now it is in the favor of the fielder. There is no pitching count change, so it is the fielder. A 5. A 5 is a 36. 36 is a line drive out. So Encarnacion lines out to the shortstop. Now we bring up Jose Ramirez. So Jose Ramirez coming up, batting left-handed. 96, we are going to the field. So he is against a right-handed pitcher, a +1 power and a +1 on the pull. And he's batting left. So let's see what happens here. 20 on the matchup is... So he's over here in the D column, but we're going to switch to the E column. And the 20-sider is a 14. So the 14 is here. We add 1. What was it? 20, wait a minute. 20, yeah. So this is the 18-foot high fence in Progressive Field. So it takes up 2 of the columns. So it is off the fence. So the 14 becomes a 15 with his power. So he hits a double off the wall. So Double off the wall for Ramirez. So Ramirez doubles. So another cool thing about the game, that the fence heights show up in there. Chisenhall to come up next. He got on and stole a base with a walk. So 64 is on the pitching card, or is within the versus pitcher. And a lefty is a 2. He is against a righty of 14, so that's 12. No way to get from a 12 to a 17. So the pitcher wins. And now we check the pitch because he's got an even, both 2 and 2 and 3 and 3, but this one's a 2 and 2. So he is throwing a fastball. The result code of 5 is a 43, and Chisenhall strikes out. So Chisenhall out on the strikeout. And did that, hold on a second. Yeah, that skipped. Gotta watch I don't hit the button twice. So Yandy Diaz comes up, batting 276 at the moment. And he's got a man on second. So the pitch is a 3. So here's one we haven't seen yet. It is a power column. So 0 to 4 is the power. So this is real easy. There's no comparisons. You just go to the batter's power column, which Yandy doesn't have much. And we look at the result column of 8. So 879 is a deep fly ball to, this was a 9, so it's the right fielder. So Yandy Diaz flies to deep right. So that ends the inning for the Indians. And we go to the top of the 5th. And it is 5-2 White Sox. Zach McAllister to pitch against Cody Ash. 7. So the matchup is a 7. Against a lefty is the catcher. So Gomes is the catcher today. He is a 7. You use the infield column still. So 10 minus 7 is a 3. No way to get to that. So the catcher wins. It is an 8 for Gomes. And 8 is a 24. So let's see what that is. Pick-off strike. Okay, so it's a strike. So if there would have been a man on base, it would have been a pick-off. But it just goes as a strike. So the count, I add these, so it's 0 and 1 if we need to. 92 is against the pitcher. So 92 against a lefty is pitcher. So he is a 7 and a 5. So let's see what we've got here. So he is against a righty of 16. So we can go, let's just check the pitch anyway. So 16's the pitch. He's a +2, so we're going to go into this column. All of them are fastballs, so we don't need to worry about the count. So he's throwing a fastball. So 16 minus 7 is 9. There's no way to get down to that, so the batter is going to win. And we're going off the batter's column. Result number 10 is a strikeout. So again, it does not mean positive all the time if it goes off the batter's card. Okay, so Avisail Garcia comes up against McAllister. 30. So 30 against a lefty, or against a righty, is a shortstop. So we've got 17 minus 7 is 10. No way to get down to 3 from 10. So the batter is going to win. It is a 5, and it is a single past shortstop. So single for Garcia. That is the 9th hit for the White Sox. And Garcia's not a great runner, so he's not going to try to run. They're up 5-2. They don't need to worry about that. Davidson to come up next. Man on first. 58 is against the pitcher. So against a righty, 20. And he's got a 1 difference against the righty. So it is a fastball, so 10. So 20 minus 10 is 10. It is a 5. No way to get down there from there. So we're going off the pitcher's or off the batter's column. A 6 is a 43 is a strikeout. So 2 down. And that will bring up Yolmer Sanchez. Yolmer Sanchez against McAllister. Man on first. 73 is against the pitcher again. He is batting, he's a switch hitter, so he's batting left. And the pitch, let's see there, it's even in the count, so he's going to go with a breaking ball. So even and a +2 is a breaking ball. So he's going breaking ball as a 5, and Sanchez is 14, so that's 9. You could get up to that from 9, but it would take a 3-0 count, so it's an even count, so nothing's happening. That is off the pitcher's card, a 7, and this time it's a 44. Or actually, wait a minute, it was a left-hander. Oh, I'm going off the wrong column anyway. Let's go back to that. So the pitcher one, it is a breaking ball, and it is a 7, which he walks him. So 44 is a walk, so not all good things for the pitcher goes off the pitcher card. So Sanchez on. So first and second with 2 down, and there blows away McAllister. Let's make sure he stays there. All right, so McAllister is pitching against Omar Narvaez. It's up maybe a little bit. There we go. So Narvaez, first and second, 2 outs, top of the 5th. 53, that is again against the pitcher. He is a lefty. So I'm going to look into this column here because he's a +2 against lefties. Fastball versus breaking ball. So he is throwing a fastball, so it is a 7. So 18 minus 7 is 11. Can't get that high for the batter, so it is off the pitching column. So he threw a fastball against a lefty. A 5 is a 43, so he strikes out Narvaez to get out of the inning. So through 4.5, it is the White Sox 5, the Indians 2. All right, so the batter is Abraham Almonte. He is a switch hitter. So first thing, you start with the matchup, and you go off the pitcher's card against a lefty in this case. 73 is against the pitcher. So he is a 2 and a 2, so we don't have to worry about what pitch it is right now. Against a righty is a 14, so 14 minus 2 is a 12. It is a 9, so it could be, but it would have to be a 3-0 count to get him down to that, and it is not. So now we look at what kind of pitch he threw. He threw a breaking ball, so we go off the breaking ball column against a lefty, and that is, let's see, the result code of 3, which is a 99, which is a medium deep fly ball to right. So he hits it out there, so it's not necessarily always a strikeout or a walk. A lot of the time it is, but this time it was a fly ball to right field. So Yan Gomes comes up with 1 out. 78 is another against the pitcher. Right-hander this time, 3 and 3. So it is a 13 minus a 3, which is a 10. No way for the batter to get to a 19, so it is off the pitcher's card. He threw a fastball. So fastball, result code of 7 is a 44. So he walks Gomes. So Gomes is on first. And he is not a stealer at all, so he's not going anywhere. So Carlos Santana comes up with a man on first. Let's see here what he does. 84. So that again is against the pitcher. Santana is a switch hitter, so he's going to be a left-hander. So it is a 17 minus 2 is 15. So we are real close here. The pitcher's won so far, but the count is 0-0, so nothing is adjusted there. So the pitcher wins. You need to know whether he threw a breaking ball or fastball. He is even here, so it's in this column, it's a fastball. So he throws a fastball on a 10, is an 82. 82 is a pop-up to the catcher. I think there might be some injuries involved in that, but I don't play injuries, so he pops out to the catcher. So Lindor, man on first, 2 down. Gonzalez has pitched a really good game so far. 21 against a lefty, because we have a switch hitter, is the third baseman. Davidson, let's see, Davidson is a 3. Lindor to the infield is a 15, is a 12. No way for the fielder to get down to this range, so that is a 6. A 5 on Lindor's card is a, let's see here, 5 is a 60, with the 65 for the infielder is a hard ground out. So he grounds out. The Indians get on a walk, but don't do anything about it. So need a new pitcher for the Indians with that red B. He is tired. So let's see who we're going to go to here. And we'll have to pause for the dogs again. Alright, we'll try this after the dog barking here. Shawn Armstrong is going to come in relief for the Indians in the top of the 6th. So he will pitch against Leury Garcia. Matchup of a 14 against a lefty is the second baseman, which is Ramirez. Let me get him out of the way so you can see that Armstrong has no ERA so far. So Armstrong is a 14 and is against the second baseman. So the infielder against a right-handed pitcher, 15 minus 6 for Ramirez is a 9. Cannot get that high, so the fielder is 1. Ramirez, the written in ones here, a 10. It's a 74, which is a ground out to the second baseman. So there is 1 out, and that will bring up Tim Anderson. Tim Anderson, 64 is against the pitcher. So against a righty, he's a 6 and a 5. So we'll go to this column to check. It is a fastball, so it's a 6. Anderson is an 18, so that's 12. We could get up that high. Let's see the count, and he is a 4.38. It's only a +1. So let's see, 18 minus 6 is 12, so he does not get that high. So we're going off the pitcher's card. That is a 3. Fastball 41 is a wild pitch, nobody on base, so we're going back to that. And that was a 1-2-1 count, so it's actually a 3-1 count now, which it shows on there for some amazingly. So he is a +1, or let's see what it is first. 89 is the pitcher. So against a righty, and here he's showing he's throwing a breaking ball. So that is a 5. 18 minus 5 is 13. Cannot get that high, so it's against the pitcher for the pitcher. On the breaking ball side, 43 is a strikeout. So 2 down, and that'll bring up Melky Cabrera. So Cabrera comes up against Armstrong. A 50 against a lefty is center field. So center field, he is a 15 to the outfield. The center fielder is Chisenhall, who is a 4. So that is an 11. Fielder can't get to that. So 1 by the batter. A 9 is a 58. 58 is a medium deep fly. So that is the end of the inning for the White Sox. Now we will come up to the Indians and Michael Brantley. Michael Brantley against Gonzalez. Gonzalez still has 4 batters plus to go. So let's see what happens. Matchup is an 85, which is against the pitcher. So a left-hander is a 2 for Gonzalez. A 17 against a right-handed pitcher for Brantley. It's a 15. Pitcher can't win this one. It's too much of a difference. So we're going to go off the 7, and it is a 44 is a walk. So the first man on for the Indians, and that will bring up Encarnacion. He's had a hot start so far to the season. In 8 games, 303 with 3 homers. Let's see how many RBIs he has. He only has 5, but still 3 homers. 50. So 50 against a righty is to right field. So he is a 16, and the right fielder is Garcia. He is a 3, so 12, 18. Encarnacion cannot get to that. 11 for Garcia is a 99. 99 is a medium deep fly out to right field. So Encarnacion is the first out. Jose Ramirez comes up. It is a 27 against a lefty. That's the shortstop. Anderson is a 4. Infielder Ramirez is a 17. So 17 minus 4 is 13. It is a 12. So we got to look at the count. So it was a 13-12. So the batter is 1, and it is a 3-0 count. So +3. So definitely the batter wins this one. An 8 to the infield is a 10. Is a 16. So that is a single past the shortstop. So on the rules here, if the fielder wins and it's a single, they can only advance 1 base. If the batter wins, they can take an extra base. This would mean the center fielder. So if it's a second base or shortstop, it goes through to the center fielder. So the center fielder is Garcia. He is a -1. Brantley running. I don't think we're going to take a chance on this one. Let's see here. Brantley is a 14 runner. So 14 minus 13. I think we're not going to chance it with them being down 5-2. So, okay, so Ramirez is out. Chisenhall coming up. So let's see what happens here. 1 down, first and second. 26 against the lefties, the shortstop again. Anderson is a -4, or is a 4. Chisenhall to the infield is 16, is 12. So he cannot win it. Being a 12, he cannot get up to 20. So a 5 for Anderson is a 36. This might not be good. 36 is a line drive, and the runner is doubled off. So line drive to the shortstop, and they're going to double off Brantley. So that ends the inning. And so it'll go back over to the White Sox side, and Jose Abreu, 5-2, top of the 7th. 56 against a right-hander is the pitcher. So let's see. So he is a 14, and McAllister being +1, go off this column, is a fastball 6. So 14 minus 6 is 8. 7 is close. So the batter is 1, but there is no count, so nothing gets adjusted. So the batter wins against the pitcher. It is a 7, which is a 56. It's a ground ball to the shortstop. So Brady is out. Cody Ash. Cody Ash, even though for the season he had a 105 average, so far in this game is batting .273. He has a couple big hits against me during this series. So let's see, 34 against a lefty is the shortstop. So against a right-handed pitcher, he is a 10. Lindor is a 7, is a 3. So 3 down to a 1. He's a 4.38, so it adds 1, so he can't get there. So it is the batter, and it is a 5. So it is an 85, which is a line out to the shortstop. So Lindor gets it. So that's 2 down, and it'll be Garcia coming up. Again, Armstrong has pitched a good game coming in relief so far. I haven't jinxed him. So Garcia comes up. 76 is the pitching against the pitcher. Garcia is a right-hander, so 6 and 5. He is throwing a breaking ball, is a 5. So against the right-handers, 13 minus 5 is 8. Can't get that low for Armstrong. So we go to the batter's card. Number 5 is a 55, which is a ground out to the third baseman. There's a 55. The 5 is the third baseman. So now White Sox have a decision. Gonzalez still has 6 batters if he doesn't give up a hit or a walk. So let's see how far he can go. He's pitching real well. So a 64 is versus the pitcher. So a 14 minus a 3 is 11. Pitcher can't get to a 1, so it is off the batter's card. An 8 is a 54, which is a ground out to the second baseman. 4 again means second base. So, Almonte comes up, still batting 158. 33 against a lefty, being a switch hitter, is left field. So he is a 15. The left fielder is Cabrera today. He is a 3, is a 12. So can't get that far down, so it's off the batter's card. In the outfield, a 9 is a double. So that will do it for Gonzalez for the day. So let's see who the White Sox have to come in relief. Gomes will be coming up. Let's see who they have. I think they'll start off with Canely. Let's go Canely to Swarzak to Robertson. So find Canely here. So we've got Tommy Canely coming in for the White Sox to relieve Gil Gonzalez. Alright, so Canely coming in. Let's get him up here. Oops. Alright, so Canely is coming in to pitch. This is his third appearance. He has no wins, no losses, and an ERA of 0. So he's been perfect so far. So John Gomes coming up with a man on second and 2 down. He gets a 39 against Canely. So let's get my little pointer here. 39 against a right-handed batter is the right fielder. So the right fielder is Garcia. He is a 3. Outfield for Gomes is a 14, so that's an 11. Fielder can't get to it, so we don't need to worry about any other adjustments. A 6. And that is a double. So a double for... Oh, wait a minute. What in the world? Okay, I don't remember what happened there. I think... Was that a double? I don't know. We're going to go with it, but we got to go back through because I had Gomes up, and it should be Carlos Santana. Not sure what happened on there. I'll probably see when I play it back, but so let's go back through this one. 39 gets lefty there. He won it, and it's a 6, so it is a double. So we got to get Canely back in. I may have hit a button extra, but I'm not sure. So Canely gives up a double. That makes the Indians come. So Carlos Santana is up now. No, he isn't. It is Francisco Lindor. So Francisco Lindor comes up. Man on second, 2 outs. Tommy Canely to face him. It is a 43. So that is against a lefty to the right fielder again. Garcia is a 3. Lindor is a 16. That's a 13. Can't get that high. 8 for Garcia is a 99. So that is a medium fly, deep fly. So nothing happened there because it's going to be the 3rd out. So the Indians scratch another run in, and they will have to find a new pitcher. Down 5-3. Let's see who they're going to bring in. So let's see here. I think they're going to bring in Brian Shaw. So Brian Shaw will come in to replace Armstrong. Armstrong with a really good outing. Brian Shaw comes in relief. So Brian Shaw. what his ERA is. 3. So he is 1-1 with a 3.0 ERA. This is his 4th game coming in. So let's see, he's going up against Davidson, a right-hander. 75 is against the pitcher. So he is a 8 and a 5 fastball. So we need to go to this column. So he's going to do a breaking ball. So it is a 5. 20 minus the 5 is 15. Shaw can't get to that. It is a 10. And Davidson strikes out. So 43 is a strikeout. 44 is a walk. Get that really quick. Alright, so this is Yolmer Sanchez to come up next against Shaw. It's 68 against the pitcher. So and that is a lefty. So he is a +4 over here. So the +4, he's throwing a breaking ball. It's a 5. So 14 minus the 5 is 9. And it is a 7. So we could be, but the count is 1-1. So nothing moving there. So the batter has it. So on the batter's card against a righty, an 8 is a 56, which is a ground ball to the shortstop. So when you're playing this and you don't do play-by-play and you start to figure out the numbers, it really does help the game go fast. I mean, this game's going to be a little slow because I'm play-by-play and showing some things, but it does go fast. 58 against a lefty is against the pitcher versus the pitcher. So it is a left-handed batter. The +4 column, he's throwing a fastball, so it's a 9. So 18 minus 9, so the 10 is close, but the batter, or the pitcher's won the count, so this actually goes to an 11. So it is the pitcher's. He threw a fastball against a lefty, and it is a 7, and 43 is a strikeout. So that ends the inning for the White Sox. Shaw gets through it, and we go to the bottom of the 8th. And I think the White Sox are going to bring in Anthony Swarzak, kind of their setup guy. Swarzak will come in. Swarzak to replace Kahnle. Kahnle is coming out, and Swarzak coming in. So, setup man coming in the bottom of the 8th with a 5-3 lead. So let's get him in the game. Swarzak. Swarzak comes in, and he is 1-0 with a 0.00 ERA in 3 games. This is his 4th appearance. He's going to be going up against Michael Brantley. So Swarzak is a right-handed pitcher. Fold this a little bit so the fan does not blow it all over the place. So here we go. So bottom of the 8th, 85 is against the pitcher. He is a +2, so that is in the fastball, or in this column is a fastball, no matter what the count is. So he is a 9 against a lefty. So 17 for Brantley, minus a 9 is 8. Brantley can't get that high for a 20, so it's a 7 on the fastball column. Ooh, he walked him. So Swarzak walks Brantley, so that gets the tying run to the plate for Encarnacion. Let's see what happens here. 72 is against the pitcher again. This time against a righty. He is again throwing a fastball. So 10 minus the 17 is 7. He can't get down to 2, so it's going off the batter's card. The result code is a 3, is another walk. So Swarzak has come in and walked the first 2 batters. And now he's going up against Jose Ramirez, batting left. So let's see what happens here. Things are getting interesting. 45 against a lefty is the center fielder. Center fielder is Garcia. Garcia is a 6 in center field. So let's see here. So 6, 17 is an 11. So an 11, 13 is the fielder, and nothing on the count can change that. So, and he's in this column, so 2-2, so that's an even count. So let's see, so it goes to the fielder, an 8 for Garcia. 8 is a 88, is that what that is? I can't see. There we go. 88. 88 is a short fly out everybody holds. So good pitching there by Ramirez, or by Swarzak to get Ramirez. And now we will be coming to Lonnie Chisenhall. Let's see what Chisenhall can do. 88 is against the pitcher, against a lefty. He's a +2. He's throwing a fastball, so that is a 9. Outfielder, so Chisenhall 16 minus 8. 9. 16 minus 9 is a 7. And he can't get that low, so it's off the batter's card. A 4 is a 64. Hard ground out, there's going to be a double play. So ground ball to the second baseman, and it is a 4-6-3 double play. So a promising start for the Indians in the 8th, but they cannot come through. So now we are going to the top of the 9th. Brian Shaw to pitch here still. He's got 3 more batters left, 14. So that is against a lefty switch hitter. Is to the second baseman. So Ramirez is a 6. Infield for Garcia is 15. So 15 minus 6 is 9. It is an 11. So the count is even. So there is no change. So we're going to the fielder. A 6 is a 64, ground out to the second baseman. So 1 down. Tim Anderson comes up. 78. So let's see, 78 is against the pitcher. Right-hander, he is 3 different. So he's throwing a fastball as an 8. 18 for Anderson, minus the 8 is 10. It is a 12. So the pitcher's won it, no different. It's a 1 difference, so that makes it +1 again. So that would be a 13, so it makes it even higher. So off the pitcher's card on a fastball, an 8 is a 43 is a strikeout. So 2 down on the inning, and that will bring up Melky Cabrera. So Melky Cabrera, oh, I'm not even on it, guys here. Sorry about that, folks. So Melky Cabrera comes up, and he has a 93, which is against the pitcher on the left-hand column. So he is a 19. So +4. So he's throwing a fastball is a 9. So 19 minus 9 is 10. 18 is too high for Cabrera to reach. So we go off the pitcher's column. Fastball against a lefty is a 43 strikeout. So Shaw gets the job done. And we will go to the bottom of the 9th. And as RJL would say, is there a chance for some 9th inning magic for the Indians? We'll see. White Sox are going to bring in Robertson to pitch. So let's see, gotta find him first. Robertson. I don't think he's pitched in this series. Yet, at least. I'm going to pause here for a second, see if we can find him. Alright, as you can see, I found David Robertson. He was carded with the Yankees, so I had to bring him over. So he is coming in relief. This is his third game. He's 1-0 with a save, no ERA. So the batter is Yandy Diaz, and he will bat against Robertson. So here we go, bottom of the ninth. 39, so against a righty, that is to the center fielder. A 14, Garcia is a 6, so that is an 8. Can't get that high. 7 for Garcia is a 78, which is a fly ball out to center. So that is 1 out. Next batter is Almonte with 1 down. 20. So 20 is against a lefty is the third baseman. Third baseman is Davidson. Davidson is a 3. Almonte in the infield is 15 minus 3 is 12. So definitely it's going to be to the batter with the 3. An 8 again in the infield is a single. So Almonte gets on. So let's see here. Yan Gomes will bat. Let's see what happens. Yeah, we're not going to steal. We don't want him to get out. So, of course, though, let's see. Hold on a second. Going to revisit that. So he's a 13 plus a 4 is 17, 20. So, we might try it because get a guy on second. So let's see here. He can't get the jump anyway. His jump was a 9. That's a 20. So probably better anyway. So Yan Gomes to come up. 34 against a righty is the left fielder. So Gomes is a 14. Abisail Garcia is a 3. So that's 14. Can't get that high. 6 is a double to left. So let's see here. A double to left. Garcia in right and left is a +2. I'm going to double check that with his card because they have him carded. So he's a +2 arm no matter where he's at. So the +2, what does he run at? Runs at a 14 as a 16. Is that worth a chance to score? On a double. I think they're going to try him. 16. It's a 4. It's good. So a double for Gomes. Oh, wait. I got to get back. Got to hit the right button. So a double plus. So we've got something going on here. And again, this is to shout out to RJL. We got an interesting bottom of the ninth. Carlos Santana against Robertson. 1 out. It's a 24. 24 is to the shortstop. Anderson is a 4. Infield is a 15. That's an 11. Can't get that low. A 9 is a 66. Hard ground out, so no runs. All right, sorry about that. We're getting to the finish. So Francisco Lindor will come up, and we've got a man on third, the tying run at third for Lindor. Robertson's going to try to get him out. 35, that is to the left, or excuse me, the center fielder. So we've got 16 minus Garcia is a 6, so that's 10. He can't get there. 4. Oh, and he missed it. It's a 90 plus the 8. It's a medium fly, so he just missed a single that would have held that off. So the Indians lose 5-4. So let's get rid of that for a second. So here is the final. Gonzalez with the win. Tomlin is 0-2. Robertson is second save. Very close game. So let's see what's going on around the rest of the league. So let's see. Let me go to the schedule. Let's see schedule first. The Cubs go to 7-2, beat the Dodgers, who are 3-7, 3-0. Schwarber with his fourth, Contreras with his third home run. Milwaukee goes to 6-4, beating Cincinnati 4-3. Miami beats the Mets 5-4. Bruce with his fourth home run. Stanton with his fourth home run. Let's see, San Francisco 11, Colorado 5. Arenado 6 home runs so far in 11 games. Go to the American League here. Texas beats Los Angeles 11-0. Gallo 3 home runs for 4 on the season. Boston beats Pittsburgh 8-1. Rodriguez 2-0. Our game, Chicago goes to 3-5. Cleveland 6-3. Detroit loses to Minnesota 11-5. Minnesota 21 hits. They're 3-6. Oakland 7-3. They beat Kansas City. Hahn with his third win. See the Yankees 5-4 beat Tampa Bay, who is 7-3. Severino's second win. Dickerson fourth home run. Logan Morrison 3 for the Rays. Hicks 3. Bird 2 for the Yanks. Baltimore goes to 5-3, beating Toronto's 2-7. So that is. Let's check out the replay daily. Again, Joey Gallo definitely player of the game, player of the day. 7 RBIs and 3 homers. He's only batting 161. So he had one good day. Game of the day was the Giants. Giants, did they end up winning? Yeah, they ended up winning. They were down 3-0 in the second when they hit the home run. And the fan rating good game of the day is the Mets beating the Marlins 5-4. So that is it for MMSN and my first try at 4th Street Baseball. I'll probably put some more of this on. I'm getting the 2007 season here soon, so I may switch to that with the Indians. So until next time, it's Mike Martin. Have a great day.